You have such a great history with Ninja Turtles. What did you think when you got the call saying, would you like to be a turtle again?
I can't explain to you how exciting it was. The first question when I got asked to read was, do they know who I am? Not out of arrogance, but because having done the original show 25 years ago, there were several iterations of the show, as you know, that had nothing to do with the original cast. So I wanted to make sure that these folks at Nickelodeon, where I'd done a lot of work anyway, knew that I had, been down that turtle road before. Happy to go read for it, but I just wanted to make sure that they knew that I had been down that road before, and they weren't going to go say, oh, that's right, he was Raphael, let's just throw the old guy a bone. And their response was, no, we know exactly who you are. We like Pinky, and we like Yakko, and we love Raphael, and we love Carl from Jimmy Neutron, all this other stuff. We just think you'd be really ideal for our vision of Donatello. So, dude, I was happy to go read, and astonished after 3 or 4 callbacks that they said, okay, guess what? You're getting another crack at this whole turtle thing. So I am out of my mind with excitement. It's great.
And how would you describe this incarnation of Donatello? I mean, obviously he always has sort of that science background, but what else do you think makes him sort of stand out?
Well, this one, Donatello still is the brains of the bunch, and I want people to understand that, I'm not feeling like I'm better than Barry Gordon, who's the original and always will be the original Donatello. This Donatello has a little more ass-kicking involved, because even though he's the brains of the bunch, they really need him. And he's not the best fighter, but he is the smartest one. And but he gets to really be. There's a definite more ninja kind of ass-kicking edge that is not on the original, in my view, which I like. And that's as a result, not because of the actor. It's because of what the producers want.
What would you think, say, kind of sets this apart from the original show as far as like the tone or approach, or do you think they're fairly similar?
Well, they're similar in the best ways, because the show is being run by Ciro Nieli and Peter Hastings. I worked with Peter on Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs, and he did all the Kung Fu Panda stuff. He's a genius comedy guy. And Ciro is a genius animation guy, comic book guy. And what I tell people, and what's so lovely about this version of the show, is that it's literally being made by fans for fans. Ciro is a fan of the original show. And so he gets the mythology, he gets the ethos, he gets the relationship between the turtles and themselves and Master Splinter and all of the, the other ancillary characters. He gets all of that and is very respectful of it. This show is able to use technology that wasn't around 25 years ago. It's got the darkness of the city. It's got the intense action scenes, battle scenes that are really cool. And it has all the characters and all the relationships, but it's being made by a guy who gets it, because those of us who were there at the beginning, we started to get it, but you could argue that the only people who really understood the show were Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Right. Well, now there's millions of people around the world who get it, several of which are making this show.
Is it interesting for you, when you did the first animated series, it was based on a cult comic book, yeah. And now because of that, it exploded. So when you go into this new series, is it different to approach it knowing now it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the phenomenon?
Right, and that's both, that presents a challenge, in my view, for a couple of ways, because we know that we have fans, millions of them, and one of which is me. I love the show too, and Jesus, it paid for my kids' college. I'm very respectful of it. But for a while I was getting emails and tweets about, oh man, how come they're going to mess up this again, and this thing wasn't good, and this episode, when they did it this way, it sucked, and the movies and the thing is never going to be as good as it was. Well, I understand that, because nostalgia is a very powerful emotion. But my response was, look, man, I've been through this before. When we did Tiny Toons, Animaniacs was coming, people were like, Mr. Spielberg, Tiny Toons is great. Why are you going to just do more Tiny Toons? I thought, just check it out. These guys know what they're doing. And that's what I said. Ciro and Viacom know what they're doing. Relax. And I have to tell you, I have gotten many, 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 many tweets now where people say, you know what, I was prepared not to like this. I love it. Because, again, Ciro gets it. And so the challenge was, how do we take something that is a beloved franchise, bring it into the 21st century, while still respecting the nostalgia, respecting the characters, but put a little polish on it for a new group of people, And what's happening is now they've just released all 10 seasons of Ninja Turtles on DVD. So literally, you can get people who are 32, 33 years old whose kids are going to go, oh my God, I love the new Turtles. And they can say, guess what? Watch this. It was around when I was 10. That's so unique. It doesn't happen all the time. And so we're at a time, both age-wise, nostalgia-wise, and technology-wise, where you have this synergy that's very cool and very unique, and people are embracing it. Honest to God, folks, for those of you who have been kind enough to watch my work for the last 25 years, thank you so much. And the icing on the cake is to do things like this. The fact that you guys are interested in talking to me after all these years, it is such an amazing experience. And I want to tell you that I don't take it lightly, and I don't take it for granted, and I respect the franchise. And more than that, all of us who work in the show really respect you, the fans, and we get how important this is. So we don't take it lightly, and thank you for your faith in us, and there's some really great stuff coming.
Thank you so much.
My
Yeah, it's
pleasure.
great
Thank you.
talking. No problem. Great talking to you.